Well, hi, I'm Rose Evans. I'm a conservator, and I've come up to the Māngungu Mission to go and remove the 1970s papers to see what we can see underneath. And I'm on my second visit now. And on my first visit I did most of the lower floor except for the treaty room. So I'm now going to go in there and show you what I've done. Here we have this great board of South Sea Missions booklets that have been spread out and used to paper the room, probably to just, as some form of insulation. This was reasonably typical. It's great to see it though, 1839, so it sort of gives you some dates. It's a bit of a puzzle, this house, because it was here in the 1820s, but it was removed in the 1850s to go to Onehunga, simply because there was more really of a congregation there. And then coming into these rooms, you can see that when it came back here, it was cut up into 6 pieces. So we've got a lot of additions, which are the pines right around the room and around the chimney box here, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure we can work around that. We've got some, what I would consider to be the original wall boards from here, which are the beaded boards. I think the beaded boards were on the front because this was more of a public room and visitors, etc. would come here, and beaded boards are quite special, and I think they were pretty much on the front of the room. This is the beading here, and there are about 5 of these. Really, and they've been dressed as well, so they're not the rough hewn pit sawn which we have on another wall over there. This is a beautiful big wall of pit sawn timber, really beautiful wall. You can see these rough rigid marks here where they went back and forward and hand sawed these timbers, so it's quite exciting. I mean, it's quite rough, but it's something to be appreciated. There's a lot of trees went into this. We're now up in the attic room, and we've got a lot of wallpapers up here, it's quite exciting. This is the room I've been looking forward to because we've got some really good examples of repeating patterns. But the sad thing is it's had a lot of fading through this window, a lot of humidity, temperature changes, so you're seeing all these papers sort of curling up. But they're stayed here because someone hasn't ripped into them and recovered them. So, you've got these great walls over here. And so let's hope we've got some good looking walls here, you never know. Oh, here we are. Got remnants of it. So you've got a beautiful rich brown. Rich brown. And then you've got this red here, which is completely faded out on the wallpaper behind us. So, this is what we look for when we look at unexposed material. We actually get a better idea about what the colours were. But how exciting is that? So if we need the colours, because they haven't been faded, see, this is more of a black, the reds have gone out. So you get more fugitive colours. And in that instance, the reds have disappeared from that. So it was a rich brown. So it makes the interpretation of this site so much more exciting. It is a continued site. It's a shame not to see that it has a continuum through from the 1820s all the way through to until the 1970s. But this is the first step, isn't it? This is taking back that layer and seeing what's revealed below, and then we have to work out how do they all fit together, and whether it needs to be completely papered 100% or maybe papered 20%, so that we can actually express what's been happening in its life as a house. So there's a lot more work to go. This is just the beginning.